One. Hey everyone, welcome in. I'm Jess, it's Friday, and I am joined by some wonderful faces here on stream. Again, for the third time this week, it's Phantom Meeple.
Hello, I'm like a CCG MVP at this point.
Something. You should get a gold star, my friend. Gold star.
I'm gonna hold you to that. Next time I see you, I want a gold star.
All right, I'll make sure. I'll put a word in corporate.
Sweet.
2 out of the 3 from Motor City Gameworks. We've got game designers Matt Riddle and Adam Hill here. Da, 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 da. Hello, gents. How are ya?
Awesome.
Doing well.
Awesome. Yep.
Yay!
Yes, all the cheering.
Things are good here in Detroit. We got some snow. So
Okay,
through the
yeah,
window.
that's what
I know
I was
it looks
saying.
just bright, but we got a lot of snow, so we're good to go.
Crazy.
Still
Okay,
keeping winter rolling up here.
Is snow a general occurrence for this time of year for y'all in Detroit?
Yeah, it's funny because I think as we get older, right, we try to remember how things were like when we were kids. Is it changing? Is it the same? March is like, everyone knows February stinks, right? If you live in the Midwest or the North, February's the worst. Everyone knows it. It's
where
cold,
your soul breaks. Like,
yeah,
because you get your first little taste of it, get above freezing, and then it jumps right back down. It's just it's heartbreaking.
Yep.
February is brutal.
It is, and March is like a tease because you think it's spring, but it really isn't.
Mm-hmm.
It's still full winter in March here,
right?
So you want it to be spring.
There's like a week.
Day of 50, you're like yes, and then it's like 25 and snowy again.
Yeah, there's like a week where it's like we call it the spring of deception. Because you think maybe it's about to be spring, but it is not about to be spring. And so it comes to get you, and that hurts a lot. But yeah, it stays cold, and we usually get snow in March, and we got our snow in March, so there it is.
Yeah, we Joe and I are in the Northwest. I'm in Oregon, he's in Washington, and so right now we're getting like the weird winter mix kind of stuff. So it's like slushy rain, sometimes snow,
it's the worst.
But it's too warm, so it doesn't stick on the ground, worst. And then it like will rain, just like straight up rain constantly. So then it ices over, and it's very confusing up here. It's very confusing. So anyway, all that to say, Adam and Matt are part of Motor City Gameworks, and they make fantastic games. But today we are going to play one of those, Motor City. Hence the, there's a lot of Detroit going on here. It's as if you guys love where you live.
It is. It was something that,
I know
we do. Adam is a transplant to the Michigan, Detroit area, but, respectful of our amazing background. But Ben and I grew up here, and both of us we're both engineers. And, it's a matter of, if you grow up in this area and you're an engineer, you probably have worked for automotive. Oddly enough, neither of us are in the automotive industry. We're both in defense, but I had worked for GM in the past, et cetera. So, but it's part of our lives. You live in Michigan, you live in Detroit. Cars are a large part of your life. It's just, that's why it's Motor City, and we really had always talked about, kind of honestly, it kind of started as like a joke, where like an engine building game about building engines. That was kind of like the, kind of sort of the inception of the idea to do a game called Motor City.
Yeah.
And then eventually, as we began to kind of, start this load and roll and write series, Adam had this design that he was working on, which is what, the design of Motor City. And we're like, there it is. This is the game that can finally be, because Ben and I have been talking about it for years, like since before, the idea of a game called Motor City. And, finally Adam had a design that it made perfect sense to kind of, get that theme there and start to work on it. So it was pretty cool how it worked out.
Yeah, so these strategic engine building roll and write games. That's a mouthful. But it works. And it's like the one long sentence that could explain Motor City, Three Sisters, and Fleet Dice, I think.
I think so too. We've shortened it to the loaded roll and writes.
Okay.
But to your point, to actually be descriptive is exactly how you put it. That's kind of the design theory behind the series.
Yeah.
And what we really leaned towards when we, Fleet Dice was, not a Motor City game, right? It was Eagle Griffin. And then when, Adam kind of came on board to the team after that, and we began looking at Three Sisters and all our following titles, and we wanted to really, to your point, kind of keep that, change the theme, change the mechanics, do some new things, but keep that idea of that's what you know what you're getting into when you play one of these.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I appreciate that, because if you just put roll and write on a game, it could be a wide variety of stuff. Right. And so it's like timing and what is the actual mechanics? Like, are you sharing dice? Are you not sharing dice? And that kind of thing. And then you could throw in flip and fills. So you think of like welcome to, it's just a deck of cards, but it's a similar mechanic where you flip a thing and you write something down. So I like this, that there's more into it. So you kind of prepare yourself when you're going into it. Like, okay, this is more than just rolling dice and writing something down. There's like going to be strategy involved. There's going to be a lot of thinking involved. There's going to be hold on, I need to erase what I just did.
Right.
Go back.
Our goal is to create a full experience, like a full gaming experience in the roll and write medium.
Yeah.
And so like we don't simply want to make a math puzzle. And I have no problem with math puzzles. I like math puzzles. I like simple stuff like quicks, things like that. Those are fun. But what we wanted was more of a Euro feel, more of that full game feel in the roll and write medium. And so we try and do that. We try and create these loaded roll and writes where you have bigger choices. There's more strategy involved. It's not all tactics.
Yep.
And so we're, that's where we're designing. That's the headspace that we really like. Someone needs to come up with a game that's a flip and roll and write.
Ooh, that would be interesting.
I'm telling you. Actually, hey, you know what? We got.
I know a couple of guys that can do it.
It's coming down the pipe. That was shameless.
That was a shameless plug for French Quarter, Adam.
I was about to say, does that have anything to do with French Quarter? I mean, you kind of got the cat out of the bag.
Coincidentally, it does.
Believe it or not. That'll be coming to Kickstarter in April, so be ready for that.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Maybe early May, maybe late April. I'm still pushing April. The person who's actually doing most of the work on it is saying May, so the answer is probably May. But
Adam's like, next week, y'all, check your inbox. It's going to be
there.
But
look for next week.
Matt's like, oh, geez, I'm glad it's snow day.
Actually, here you go. Here's my wallet. Just take it. Charge me. Give me the game. Let's go.
I'm the little kid with throwing money out the window meme. I'm just like, here.
Yeah, I'm throwing money at my screen and it's not working.
Yeah, so that's going to be a fun one coming up. I'm looking forward to it for sure. But right now, we're just going to focus on our end workshop warehouse. What would you call this, Adam? Is it like you're running a warehouse?
Oh, there's some of that. Part of it is in the factory. Like if you look at there's kind of 4 major areas on the score pads.
Right.
And everything.
Let's go.
And so like there is, if you look, there's an engineering section.
Yep.
Which is where your engineers are working. And if you look behind them, they got desks, they got bookshelves. They're in their place. And then if you go down to the factory, that's where production's happening, right? And then we wanted to talk about, sales. And so when you talk about revenue and money stream, that's your car dealership that's right there. And then there at the bottom of the page, you can see that there's the test tracks. And so that's where your test driving is going to happen. The proving grounds are really close to where I live. And so we like to, it's where they get to drive the cars on all the places you're never supposed to drive a car.
Nice.
To see that you can't beat it to death. Because it's eventually got to get on the freeway system of Detroit, which is famous for beating cars to death. And so, the proving grounds are important. So we have those going on there.
Sweet.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because really the only thing, I mean, obviously it's a game, so everything's abstracted, but you don't generally see a car dealership outside of a auto plant. But literally, like, it's funny. I used to work at an auto plant, and I worked in the proving grounds that Adam referred to, in my much younger days. And it is literally like engineering in one zone, production's in one zone. You have your test tracks outside.
Yeah.
We tried to kind of emulate that sort of, those zones, in different ways of things that would be in an automotive plant. So I think thematically, right, we really wanted to kind of lean into the idea that you're making the cars, you're working in the Motor City, right? You're producing vehicles, you're working in an auto plant. So, and we kind of went with that kind of 60s, 70s sort of feel because we wanted the muscle cars, which are so cool, and kind of lean into that a little bit. But yeah, it's like Adam said, right? It's all those little zones are just related to car production, and it was pretty fun for us to get a chance to do that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So in this game, friends, we're going to be playing a total over 8 rounds. First player is going to rotate. I've got this nice little map over here to show us Matt, Adam, Phantom, and Jess. I didn't say map. I was saying that because it's multi-purpose. It's a map of our initials, but also it spells map.
Nice.
So what's going to happen, friends, is we're going to be rolling dice, and the number of dice is dependent on the player count. And so for a 4-player game, we're going to have 3 white, 3 gray, and 3 blue. We're going to roll up these dice, whoever first player is, and then we're going to lay them out on this blueprint board. Now, the dice have multiple purposes here in the game. So what's going to happen is for starting with the first player, they're going to draft a die from the central board here based upon what is actually rolled on the dice. So I'll just do this as an example. Joe, since it's your first game, I'm just going to show this to you because, visual learning is always a great thing. So you're going to place things onto the blueprint board here according to what the symbol shows and matching it with the corresponding column here. So we've got blue here, we've got gray, and I know Matt's like, make sure you don't block the symbols. So that's what I'm doing. I'm shoving them over here. This was a thing that we talked about in the prototype. And so I'm glad the bifold board has come to fruition and bigger and better display. So what's going to happen, there's an order of operations that you have to do. First, you're going to draft a die from the blueprint board. When you do that, you're going to take the following actions. First, you're going to take the blueprint action of whatever is written here on the actual blueprint. So let's say, Joe, I took this die. I would automatically gain $3. $3, your cash money is here in the dealership. So you're going to actually circle the money that you collect into your car dealership. And then when you spend it for whatever reason, these are options that you can spend your money on, you will fill in the bubbles. Okay. Sometimes people like to circle and then cross it out or something like that. But in the rules, it says to circle it when you've accumulated it. And then when you spend it, you fill in the bubble. All right. So you're going to do the blueprint action. Secondly, you're going to do the column action. Now, the column action has 3 options. You can either A, go up here and take the corresponding action of the symbol here. So that means sales. So you would take the sales action, meaning you will see what level of sales or how many bubbles in that department you can fill in. Right now, we all start with a level 1 of all 4 departments. So you would circle the next level on sales. So the next circle here, you would circle it for sales to take the column action. Or as a possibility for the column action, you could upgrade your sales department. So moving it from a level 1 to a level 2. And the way you do that is by spending the certain amount of money that's indicated here. To upgrade to level 2 is $5, and to upgrade to level 3 is $7. And Matt and Adam, correct me if I'm wrong, you cannot jump from like 1 to 3, correct? You have to go in increments.
You do.
That's correct.
Okay. So in order to go from 1 to 2, it would be $5. Then from 2 to 3 would be $7. So that is a possible other option for the column. Or if you don't want to do any of those 2 options, Joe, you can do research. Now, research down here is similar to like the goods track on Three Sisters. So when you get certain amount of goods, the cash track on Fleet Dice, where if you get a certain amount to the star spaces, you can get a bonus action kind of thing. This is similar here in research. If you get up to the circle space, you can either take one of these bonuses here in the shop, or you can do 1 free action on one of the 4 departments. You could take it at whatever level that you have it at. Is that correct, Matt and Adam, for the research?
Exactly.
Okay. So that would be the column. And then finally, on your turn, you're going to take the die, Joe, and you're going to place it in one of these 4 departments to take the action of that department. So even though this says sales here, Joe, I could place it in engineering and take an engineering action. Okay. So those are the 3 parts on your turn. You're going to take a die, take the blueprint action, what it says, choose one of the 3 column actions, either taking the action that it shows, upgrading that department, or doing research. And then finally, you're placing your die here on one of the 4 departments. You cannot place in a department that already has a die placed. And in future future rounds, we're going to be rolling the auditor die, and the auditor die is actually going to block a certain department for a round. So in that turn, you cannot play, in that round, you cannot place a die where the auditor is, okay?
Got it.
There are some ways that you can expedite what the auditor is. You can pay $4 to expedite and not have to worry about the auditor for that round, but that's in the future what's going to happen. Once we all draft our dice, we are going to have 1 remaining group die there, the auditor. Thank you for the follow, Adam Hill Games. Who is that guy?
What?
That's me. That's me.
All the hype.
All the hype. I love it. So when we all draft our dice, we're going to go around and do those actions. There'll be left remaining 1 die, and as a group, we have the option of doing the column actions with the exception of we cannot upgrade. So let's say, Joe, all of these dice got taken out, and we are left with this one. As a group, we do not get the blueprint action, and we cannot upgrade. The only thing we could do is we could either take a production action or research as the group die. Does that make sense? Okay. And then after we do all that, after we resolve everything, we look at our speedometer and we count up how many points that we have currently on our speedometer reading for that round. So currently right now, no one has any speedometer points, but you can get them here on the speedometer track that's just filling in the next open space on your speedometer, starting with the bottom left and working your way around. And it continues to go upward. So as you're going on through the future rounds, you will just continue to fill in the next open space as you go around the speedometer. So you don't go back to 0 after the end of a round. It continues to add up. So you could get, 1 in round 1, but by like round 8, you could be at 9 or 10. And so that would all sum total in your final scoring. Okay?
Okay.
Next, so we're doing all our dice. Then I'm going to explain what each of the departments do. But first, Matt and Adam, any clarification that I need to do before going on?
No. I think you've nailed it.
Cool.
Nice job.
I've played this a couple times, so I always want to make sure. And I told Matt this before the stream too. If there's any point where you're like, no, actually it's this, I am more than happy to let you correct me, and I do have the rule book. I'm not afraid to use it, but I want to make sure to explain your game properly.
You're doing a wonderful job.
Thank you. All right, so on this side, Joe, we've got our engineering. Every one of us is going to start with an engineer at the beginning of the game. So we're going to fill in one of the meeples here. And they're slowly going to work their way up. As you reach certain items, you will gain those benefits right away, okay? So like in this far left one, if you gain a buck, you're just going to circle the next buck on your sales track. This one means a research. That's what the light bulb is. This one is a... Gosh, I always miscorrect saying this. Is it a crane? It's a crane. Carrier thing.
You mean the shipping crate?
The shipping crate, yes.
Yeah. Oh, I know why I call it a crane, because it kind of looks like a crane.
Well, it is. It does look like a crane lifting up a box. So.
A shipping crate. Okay, so when you get the shipping crates, those correspond to items in production. And I will explain what those do in just a second. The arrows here with the department itself, it is a actual upgrade of that department. So you get a free upgrade. Versus if you had something like this over here, Joe, on the far right, that just means you would take that department action at whatever level you're at. Okay?
Got it. Makes sense.
So it's different than the arrow upgrade. Anytime you see that, so like same thing here, when you see the arrow, that means you're upgrading that department. Okay? This one, it means a speedometer rating. And then here, when you reach the end, in order for you to gain the benefit, you must have 2 TPS reports, which you can get in multiple places throughout the game. And then what that does is if you reach your engineer all the way here up to the octagon space and you have 2 TPS reports, you will gain the benefit, as in you gain the number of victory points based on what award ribbons you receive. And you can get award ribbons here in different places along the board. This game is very good at giving you added benefits depending on the tracks that you have for the different departments that you're working with. So if you escalate on certain engineering points, that could help you out with testing. Like here, it helps you with upgrading your testing department. Some things here in production can help you along the lines on your test track. You know, and so it's just a matter of trying to pay attention to what the symbology is. There's not always a right way to like, okay, I really have to go hard on production because I want to make sure this goes correctly, but then I have to make sure I'm going on testing because some of these items are only available in testing. So it's definitely like there's not one right way to go about it. So there's multiple ways that you can score. So it's just a matter of like where you want to pay attention to, what tracks you want to keep apprised of, as well as making sure you don't get stuck. Because I've had a few people get stuck on testing. They've completed a test track. However, they didn't have enough money to buy another test car, so they couldn't start a new test track. So if they get on testing and they completed on a test track and they still have movement on testing, they can't just jump to another test track. They have to purchase a new car to start on their test track. So yeah. Another thing is too, you're also going to start, each of us is going to start with a test car just to begin with. And I am so glad, Matt and Adam, you all did this. Our cars are actually in the space with the arrow. So when you start with testing, you're going to go to the next space to the left or above it to go around. I know there was some confusion on the prototype where the actual arrow was like pointing at the space, but we were like, wait, so does the car drive into the space as you know, one movement and then they continue? It's like, no, they're actually already on the test track. So whatever car you start with, that's the actual starting space for that car.
Yes. And you're going to move clockwise around the track.
Yes,
there's one of the arrows that really makes it not look like you're going clockwise, but we promise you're going clockwise around the track.
Yes. So there we go. So make sure that you do that. The same thing too with testing. Once you hit certain aspects, you will be able to gain that benefit immediately. This one means you can gain a new engineer. So you will start filling a new engineer and work your way up. Now, on the engineering track, Matt and Adam, is it that if you had multiple movement, you cannot split between engineers, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So, Joe, if you had a couple engineers, and let's say you had 3 movement in engineering, you could not do 2 on this guy and 1 on this guy. Okay.
Yep, makes sense.
Okay. So that's engineering. Here in production, you can start... production, though, Adam, is you can actually go in any direction, correct? Just whatever's the next open space.
You can go in any direction from a space that you have already been to. So it doesn't matter if you branch your movement through there. You can go in all kinds of different spaces.
Right.
Originally, we had made it kind of like the old Snake game on the Nokia cell phone where you couldn't touch, but it was so much more convoluted. And here's the shocker, not more fun. And so we got rid of that.
Okay. So yeah, so even though you start here, Joe, you can, like Adam said, either branch off and come back and things too. Whenever you do reach a hexagon, in order for you to gain the benefit, which is up here in the corner, you have to make sure you've completed those 2 items. So this one would be a TPS report and reaching the crane letter A, which is, I think, on one of the engineering tracks. No? Yes? No?
It's on the first track down the bottom.
Oh, it's on test track.
Test track.
Test track. So you have to make sure
you know what's interesting?
Go ahead, Matt.
Sorry, Jess. I was just going to say, no, this is just a point I like to highlight because of all the things that people get tripped up on, excuse me, you can move through a hub that you haven't earned. You know, to your point, Jesse, once you get that DPS report and that A crate, then you can actually get the bonus. But if you want to move through there, you like trace the outside and keep walking, so to speak. And then later on, when you earn the DPS report or that shipping crate, then you can go back and get that bonus immediately without having to go back there, so to speak. But that is certainly something that we've had to continue reminding folks. It's just one of those little points of the game that the idea that you can move through a space and get the bonuses later, is kind of a bit, something that people have to kind of remember.
Yes. So good point. So you're saying, Matt, to outline the octagon first if you've gotten all the stuff, but then not if you haven't gotten all the stuff yet, but when you do, you fill in the bubble.
Exactly.
You outline it to show that you've been to that space.
Okay.
Yep.
And then you can keep moving from that space as normal.
Very cool.
But when you get all the things filled in, then you can fill in the circle to show that you have accomplished that reward.
Perfect.
Right. Or vice versa.
Okay.
Yeah. In most of our games, though, and this took me a little while, a circle signifies that something has happened. That there is there's an event that's been triggered or something has scored.
Awesome.
And so you'll notice there are squares where nothing really happens, and then there's circles where something takes place.
Perfect.
It's kind of easy to see on the speedometer.
Yes.
That when you fill in a square, nothing's happening. But when you fill in a circle, you've reached that next one.
Right.
That's going to score you an additional point.
Very cool. Okay. Yes, Olo, she's excited to see how this plays. Yes. And welcome into everybody that's been trickling. I've just been babbling on the rules here because this is Joe's first full game of it. But I see you, and I appreciate all of you hanging out with us today. So thank you so much. Yes, and thank you for putting that clarification in there too,
perfect.
Adam. I appreciate that.
No problem.
Okay, so that's production. Then we're going to go on to testing. Like I said, Joe, you're going to start with one of them and you reach. I'm really glad, Matt and Adam, that you all decided to put barricades in the figure 8 because there was some confusion. People wanted to go backwards on the figure 8. My husband, who is a NASCAR fan, got really, really nervous because he's like, there's no figure 8 in actual, like, they don't do that.
They don't.
That's right.
That's
that's at the old Destruction Derby or whatever they call it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah. I was like, but and this test track too, Matt and Adam, you have the option when you go here to either continue straight down or go like the long way, right? The scenic route.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
And either way will get you a certificate.
Yes, certificate. That's an award certificate. Yes, thank you.
And then, but one of them will get you a tick on the speedometer track, and the other one will get you that C tire. So it really depends on which one of those bonuses you want.
Yes.
You can choose either direction.
Yes. So then when you gain a certificate, Joe, you're going to go through here and indicate one of the items here as a bonus. So you can either get, this one is a one-time level 3 department action, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
With a 1 speedometer. And then this one is just 5 bonus points. This one for production, you circle it as if you reached it. Is that right, Adam?
Yep. That is correct.
Yes.
Okay. And then this one, for every unspent dollar, for every 2 unspent dollars, you get a point. Why is that significant? Because, Joe, in the regular game, for every unspent $5, you get a point.
Ooh, okay, so that's huge.
So that's huge. Little spoiler alert, I tend to go for that one just because I end up just cranking through getting money at the end of the game. I'm not sure if I want to reveal that strategy because I probably won't play it this time.
I mean, you already did, so.
But here we are, friends. Here we are. Okay. So that's testing. Again, remember, you cannot continue on doing any more testing movement. Same thing applies, correct, Matt and Adam, for if you had 2 test cars, you cannot split your movement.
Correct.
Okay. And at any time, you can pay $8 to buy a new test car if you have it. Right. Ooh, Olo says, my dad worked at GM all his life. Would love to have this be the game he's willing to play with me. Oh my gosh. That would be cool. Fantastic, Olo. I wish that would happen. Yeah. Okay. So then finally on sales, Joe, you could probably see at certain points you get certain benefits. Ones that are, if any of them don't make This one here, I also would like to clarify. This one, it says a +1 on the, what is this one? Engineering. +1 on engineering. Versus if you got down here, it is a engineering department at whatever level you are in engineering. Right? Is that the difference?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep. So the +1, you'll see it a couple times there and a few times on the blueprint. That just means no matter what your current level is, 1 tick. And to your point, the other one is a full department action, whatever level. It could be 1, but if it's 2 or 3, then hey, good on you.
Yeah. Okay. Does that make sense, Joe?
Right. Yep, that makes perfect sense.
Okay. And then at the end of 8 rounds, we're going to tally up whatever our speedometer scores are currently at for each of those. Then we go to the testing, any stars that we got in testing, in sales, in production, and in engineering, and then we tally up our score. So I think that is it, unless Matt and Adam want to add anything extra.
You crushed it.
I think you know everything you need to know to play this game.
Okay, perfect.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
I do have 2 questions though before we start.
Yes.
Perfect.
One is a silly question. One's a serious question.
Okay.
For the TPS reports, do you need cover sheets?
You do not.
Yes. No cover sheets.
No cover sheets.
Okay, and this one's actually a serious question, and I'm glad I finally get a chance to ask y'all this. Have either of you played Vitala Lacerda's Kanban?
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
Did that game have any influence on this one?
Oddly, not a lot. Not a lot.
Not design-wise, yeah.
Okay, I was just curious because there's a lot of similarities as far as like actions and departments. So I've always wanted to ask you to that. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I'm a fan, but I don't think.
Yeah, it's a great question. I'm a big fan. I have a buddy that's one of his favorite games, and he's had me play it. But it's great. But that was not the game that had the most impact on this in our development. Oddly, the game that had the most impact had had nothing to do with cars. But I definitely see the connection.
Okay, awesome.
Very cool. All right, so I'm going to start here. So we'll put our little muscle car here on me to start. So then it will go me, then Joe, aka Phantom, then Matt, then Adam. All right, as far as drafting goes. So here we go. Good luck, everybody. May the test cars be ever in your favor. All right.
Matt, are you playing with a pencil or a pen?
Ooh, good question.
I'm all pen.
Oh, snap.
Oh.
All pen. All pen.
What are you? Are you all pen?
Before we choose,
you're welcome for that.
That was a great drop. And we need to choose our engineers and
we do need to do that.
Thank you. Before I do this, spoiler alert. Thank you, Adam, and our test track. Yes, I'm gonna do this here. I like the figure 8 because I like to live on the edge. Living on the edge.
I too like to live dangerously.
Yes, Adam, Matt.
That was Matt. That was Matt.
That was good.
I'm not even looking at the screen. I'm just trying to remember y'all's voice timbres. So
we do both have.
That's different.
You know those. We both have those voices, so it's all right.
But Matt's got the honeyed tones. He's got that resonant timbre in the voice that I just don't have. Matt's voice is made for radio. Little known fact: Matt has done radio. He has been a DJ. And he's been there in the wee hours of the morning at the station.
Yeah,
I have.
That's awesome.
It was minimum wage while I was in college.
That's cool. So you and Jess have that in common then.
Yeah. Little known fact about me, Adam. I also did college radio.
Fantastic.
Community radio, and I've been known to change my voice when I'm actually doing a radio show, and I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I did community radio. It was a very small town, and they had a radio station out. They had a college station, which I didn't get a chance to do, and then the community radio was we played a lot of the local high school sports because that's all you had to do up there. Nice. So literally, we on Sundays we do NFL. So my favorite thing was I got to do Pepsi trivia, which I would literally read a question during the halftime show. Because it's a national show and you got to fill some time. And then people would literally call in to win a 12-pack of Pepsi. And they would actually drive to the station and I had to hand them a 12-pack of Pepsi. Like, this is a $3 prize, but hey, they were.
Someone's got to be there to hand them those 12 Pepsis.
Yep. That's amazing.
That is amazing. Yeah, thank you, Tan. Tan's adding in the extra lyrics for Living on the Edge here. Thank you.
There we go.
Welcome in, Benestine. So yeah, here we go. All right, so everybody's got their engineers. Everybody's got their test cars. And it's starting off with me. You all are going to not like me, but I am drafting my speedometer. So, because there's nothing in the middle, Joe, all I can do is fill in the speedometer track. Because it's not a department. It's not an upgrade. It's just a speedometer.
Yeah, there's no bonus on the speedometer tracks.
No bonus. No
but
bonus.
Points. So
you're eventually getting points, I guess, would be the bonus.
You're eventually getting points. That is exactly right. Exactly right. Hello, Gia. Welcome in.
Hello.
All right, Joe. Back to you.
Alrighty. So what am I gonna do? Let's see.
We've got a lot of here in the 4. Pete, here you could do. It's one of the 4 departments.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So question: when you get a bonus TPS report, do you note that anywhere, or is it use or lose?
You
use it immediately.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you can't use it, there's kind of no point in taking it.
Oh, you can always use it, right? Because you're filling in TPS reports in advance of getting to those places. Like you're planning ahead.
Okay, so when you get one, you just fill it in.
Yep. Figure out you can use it anywhere you want on your sheet. Generally, production and engineering. But yeah, you go right now when you get it. Like you're never. It'd be really hard to ever take ones you couldn't use. But you may not actually get to the place that you used it in. Like if you don't end up getting there, but the minute you collect a TPS report, find one on your sheet somewhere and cross it off.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. That was going to be my question.
I could place my die, so I ended up placing it in testing. So I did a nice little chain here. I got testing, so my next space gave me an engineer. Then my engineer movement was 1, so I got some cash money. So there we go.
All right, so I'm going to take the gray blueprint die.
Okay.
So that gets me $1.
So you want the wild one, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and then I choose one of the 4.
Yeah, so you could either do that as an action of that department, you can upgrade
research
that department, or you can research. Yes.
Okay.
And it's just one. It's just one research tick, right, Matt and Adam, for research.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. So then I can do that as testing, and then mark a next spot on one of the test track, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. And then when you get a meeple, I'm assuming that you get another engineer.
Correct.
All right. So we'll do that. What engineer do I want? Let's go.
Oh yeah. So that's
let's go to the one on the far right.
I did that incorrectly. So it's not an engineer movement. It's another engineer. That's what I did. Just kidding. It's not an
All right, and then I choose one on my score sheet and do that.
Yep. And I don't know, is this in the rules, Bat and Adam, that they like place it on the department that you're going to take your score sheet action on?
Yes. Yep.
That way you know, like, okay, I've already done testing. I can't do testing again.
Yep. You draft the die and you place it right on top of the
the
department that you're using with your department action.
Okay. Does that make sense, Joe?
Yep, that makes sense. So I'm going to put that in engineering, so then I get a tick on one of my tracks.
Yep.
And then that gets me a research. Okay, I'm done.
Cool. All right, Matt, what would you like?
I'm going to take the gray production die.
Okay.
That gets me 1. So the bonus is that I get 1 box in engineering.
Yep.
Which I will use. That got me $1. And then the actual action will be 1 tick in the production zone.
Yep. Got you
so
another $1.
Me another $1. And I'm going to place it on my... I'm going to stick with engineering. I'm going to put it on engineering.
Okay.
Do an engineering action.
Yeah, welcome in, Gameritis guy. This looks like a
funny.
Kanban roll and write.
Funny you said I just asked that question, and apparently the Kanban had no influence on this game, which I'm very surprised at.
All right, it's my turn.
Yes,
so I'm gonna take the blue dice from the production column.
Okay.
Which is gonna give me $2 as a bonus from the blueprint. And then I get to take the production action and move 1, which is going to get me another $1. And then I want to place that dice on, I'm going to also go with the, let's see here, production action so that I can move another space in production.
Nice. Very nice. Okay, back to me, y'all. Ooh. Do. I'm going to take this nice sales, which gives me a research. So I'm going to take off a research. Then I can do a sales action because I don't have enough to upgrade. So I'm just going to take a $1. Thank you very much. And then I will place in engineering. And I will fill in this one because I added another engineer from my test track and get $3 more. And that is my turn. Back to you, Phantom.
All right, I'm going to take the testing die. So that gets me 1 space on production, so that gets me $1. Then next spot on the testing track is $2 more. And where do I want to put this? I'm going to put the die on sales to get another $1, and that gets me a research. All right.
Nice. All right, Matt, what would you like?
I'm going to take I'm going to take the blue wild.
Okay.
So I get a light bulb. And then I'm going to use it as an engineering action, which lets me do that. Then I'm going to place it in production and do that. Okay, good to go.
Okie doke. Adam, what do you
All right,
leave us
I'm
with?
I'm gonna take the other wild dice,
of course
the white
you are.
wild. Because I'm not that kind. But that will give me a TPS report, so I'll fill one of those in a production hub, and then I'm going to use that as the wild action I'm taking from the blueprint is going to be engineering.
Okay.
And then I'm going to play my dice on the engineering space.
Nice.
And by moving up 2 spots in engineering total, that gives me 1 research light bulb. So
nice.
There we are.
All right, so everyone gets a sales action or a research. I'm gonna do sales because then I reach the research track.
Yep, I'll take a free $1.
All right.
Yeah, me too.
And then at any time, Matt and Adam, you can upgrade, or is it only on your turn?
The upgrade is when you take the dice. So remember, it's instead of your action. So it's one of your 3 choices.
Got it. So even though I have $5 right now, I can't be like, I'm going to upgrade a department. I have to make sure I take it as a column action.
Exactly.
Got it. Okie doke. Cool. All right. So everybody's got their sales. Everybody's got sales, yes?
All good.
Okay.
Done.
So now we got to count up our speedometer points.
That's not difficult.
Yep, big ol' 0.
What's 0 plus 0?
I got a goose egg here.
Yeah, big old goose egg. Then we're rolling our wonderful auditor die. And it's going to be in engineering. So everybody take your coffee mug. Place it in engineering. There's no engineering today. And then we rotate our muscle car. And now I'm going to go over to Phantom's overhead view.
Alrighty.
Phantom, we're going to need you to roll some engineering.
I'm going to try. All right. Let me know when you're swapped over, Jess. So I don't want to get ahead of you.
Let's see. I'll make sure I got it. Do I have this guest stream? Yeah, it should be. Hold on. I don't even have your view yet. Guest view. There we go. Copy. Don't mind my puppy dog. There's just something being delivered to my house. She barks at the right things. Not at other people. She barks at the post people. But she's as sweet as can be. So
Matt's got a guard dog.
I do. Chloe is vicious.
What type of
By
dog
that,
is she?
I mean, she is a Chihuahua mixed with a terrier.
Yeah.
Those
kind of guard dogs.
It's a rambunctious little mix right there.
You would think so. She is quite the opposite.
Really?
She'll give you like that subtle little like rough if you walk in the door, and then immediately ask you to pet her. If she gets up at all, she generally waits for you to come to her. So like Adam came in over the other day when he was, finally recovered from his bout of, sickness, and she kind of stuck her head up, gave him one little half a bark, and just stared at him until he walked over and petted her, which is pretty much all it does.
A lot of times she'll stay even under the blanket that she's under and she'll give the bark, but from under the blanket. So it's real threatening.
That's too funny. Too funny. All right. Almost ready, Joe.
Yep, no worries. I'm just waiting to see my big old face right in the center there so I can shrink it.
I gotta do all the nice transitions of everything. I gotta make it look pretty.
This sounds great. And I'll tell you what, right now, one of the things I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and reload on some Gatorade because I'm pretty excited about this game. So
yeah, go for it. You got a minute.
I gotta stay hydrated, gotta stay excited.
I love it.
All right.
Go ahead, Joe.
All right. Ooh, there's my big old face. Hi, everybody. And there I go. Oh, why is it super zoomed in like that? It should not be. No, it should not be zoomed in like yeah, that is you.
Okay, let me see.
Yeah, because it should be zoomed in like that.
Let me see. Don't worry about it, everybody. It's
fine. Did you just copy the source and you have the same measurements?
Yeah, that's probably why.
Yeah, that's what it is. You're gonna need to duplicate that source. Otherwise, you're just gonna see my big old giant face like
Your
that.
Big mug.
Yep.
Okay. Where is that? Oh, I gotcha.
But in the meantime, while you're resizing, I can at least roll the dice. So we got that going for us. All right. So y'all want engineering? I'll see what I can do.
Please.
You'll be happy to know I rolled a single engineering.
Phantom, that is not enough.
I tried. The dice just were not having it.
You're gonna have to practice to get better at rolling.
I guess I'm going to have to.
He's just cursed, I think, by me.
No, that's what I get.
That's what you get, Joe. Okay.
All right, there we go. Cool. Now you're resized. So now let me zoom in on the board so y'all can see what's going on here.
Beautiful work. Look at that.
All right, so what do I want here? I don't think I really need engineering.
Tan has a very important question. Which engineer is it? Is it LaForge or is it O'Brien?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I'm definitely going O'Brien.
You're an O'Brien fan over Geordie? Really?
Look, Geordie's great, but my heart says O'Brien.
That's fair.
It's the accent. The accent just does it for me.
Okay, so question. So before I choose a die, since I am taking one, can I do the service department and upgrade something before I do it?
Yes. What you'll do is if you take a die, you're taking it from the column of the action you want to upgrade. So if you were going to upgrade, so if you're going to upgrade, say, driving or testing, you would take the testing die. Then you would gain the bonus that is listed on the board. So you would get the $2, and then you would perform as your action from the blueprint. You would perform the upgrade.
Got it.
You would spend your 5, upgrade that action. Then as your second action, the player sheet action, you can play it into the action you just upgraded, and you get to take it at level 2 rather than level 1.
Okay, yeah, just wanted to be sure of the orders of operation. So yeah, I am going to take that testing die. So I'll get $2.
And that's because it's the right move, Phantom. Nice job.
Yep, and then I'm going to spend 5. We'll upgrade testing to 2. And then, then I'll place that in testing, and then that gets me 2 research, which gets me a free action.
That's
and
fair,
I'm going to take... I'm not going to take the free action. I'm going to spend that on the speedometer bump.
I'm going to go ahead and destroy my nerd cred. Instead, I had to Google who those people were. And
Matt.
It didn't help me until I saw Star Trek. I'm like, oh, Star Trek. Okay. I didn't
Wow, funny.
Yeah, their names came up, and I'm like, that doesn't help. Their first names aren't helping me. What is happening here?
Yeah.
Wow, funny. I got a soundbite drop for that too.
But I learned nerd for this.
I learned nerd for this.
Yeah, if anybody watches the new Night Court, that is a Dan Fielding quote, and it is fabulous.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved the original Night Court so much. I haven't.
Oh, have you?
The new one.
Oh,
I haven't. I want to.
Matt, you should. It is so good.
Okay.
It has the feeling of the original and more.
Great. I really want to. I'll have to see if it's on. We probably don't have the right streaming, but I'll figure it out.
It's on Peacock, or it's on Wednesday nights if you have NBC.
Okay, we have over the air. So
it's over the air, or you can wait the next day to watch it on Peacock.
Awesome. All right, so I'm going to take the testing with the $2. Oh wait, Joe did, and then so instead.
Yeah, there's no more money on the board, Matt.
I know. Phantom stole
I know.
my
It's like
die.
that's why I asked the question. I'm like, I want to make sure I can do this.
I'm going to do double TPS. So I'm going to take the white production die.
Okay.
All right.
So I will take my double TPSs first.
Tan, to answer your question, yes, Brent Spiner did have a recurring role on Night Court, and he would have continued to have that role, but he got a little role on a little-known show called Star Trek: The Next Generation and became a much bigger star.
Oh, so he did Night Court before TNG, huh?
Yes, he did.
Wow.
Yep, Bob Wheeler. Probably his most famous character next to Lieutenant Commander Data.
Wow. Matt, you all good?
I am good. Yep, and I took my scorched action as well, so we are good to go.
All right, Adam.
Phantom, before I take my dice, I'm just going to say you know more about Night Court than any person I know. So, congratulations.
Night Court is one of my favorite sitcoms of all time. I was a big fan of Harry Anderson even before he was on that show. Because he's an amazing stand-up and magician. So I was a fan of his before that show.
Oh yeah.
Matt,
I can tell you that Ben and I have talked about this in the past. Both giant Night Court fans, so you're speaking my language.
I love it. Love to hear it.
The Night Court outlier.
All right, I'm taking. I didn't say I didn't like it. I mean, did you know the character Did you know Data's name in that show? I just want to ask that, Matt. Did you know that? You could have come up with Weeks or whatever he just came up with.
Bob Wheeler.
Bob Wheeler, you'd have come up with that? You had that?
I know Bob Wheeler, but I don't know data. So I only had half of the...
Read the chat, awesome. And you're costing us sales with your Star Trek ignorance. You're costing us money.
Oh, my goodness.
I chose Star Wars, and I never really looked at Star Trek.
All right. I'm gonna go with the gray speedometer dice.
All right.
And then I am going to place that gray speedometer dice in sales for myself and get $1, which will then trigger and get me a light bulb for my research.
Nice.
There we go.
Nice. All right. I'm also going to take the other speedometer die. Because I ain't no fool. I know where points come from. And I'm going to place that in... I'm going to place that in... engineering. No, I can't. No, nope. Auditor. Boo earns. Then I'm going to go in production.
You are certainly not going to place it there.
I am certainly not. Most certainly not, sir. All right, back to Phantom.
All right, I'm going to take one of the 2 blue sales dice.
Okie doke.
And that gets me 1 spot on the testing track, so that gives me a TPS report. Okay, we'll do that there. And then that gets me... Let's get to $1. And then where do I want to put the die? I think I also want to put it on sales, because that gets me a spot in engineering.
Nice.
All right, and that's me.
Okay, Matt.
Okay, I'm going to take the blue sales die.
Okay.
Right. So I'll take my test track tick. I will take my sales. I will place it in... I'm going to place it in sales as well. She got me a light bulb, which actually earns me a free action that I'm going to use as a speedometer. Because, you know, someone I got to get some points, allegedly.
Yeah.
Try this new strategy called Don't Get Points. See how it goes for me.
See how it goes. All right, Adam, what tickles your fancy?
I'm taking the blue dice that is the wild.
Oh.
All right, the blue wild.
So that I get the light bulb. Now, that's going to trigger a free a circle in research. And I'm also going to use it to get the speedometer tick from the shop. Because points are good. And then with it, I'm going to take it as engineering from the wild on the board. So I can take it as a blueprint action.
Right.
Because the dice was in the wild area.
Just not a
so I'm taking engineering.
Action.
Correct.
Got it.
That's going to let me upgrade engineering because of the track that I just climbed. But then I'm going to use the dice itself on the production space. Okay. So that I can move 1 on production.
All right. Joe, I'm going to take the white sales die. Or no, white engineering die.
The white engineering die? Okay.
Take my research, which gives me a full bubble, which I will also take on the speedometer tick. Because, I mean, if the game designers are saying points are good...
I mean, points are good in any game.
I mean...
I was going to say, I'm not sure that's really inside trading. I don't know if that's inside baseball there. Like, I don't know that I'm sharing the secrets by telling you points are pretty good, but yeah, they are. They're helping this game.
And then I'm going to spend my $5 to upgrade engineering. But I'm going to place on testing for my die and get myself some more cash money. Because who doesn't want cash in a car dealership? All right, so that leaves everybody with a sales action or a research if you want it. I'm going to take it as a research.
Yeah, I'll take the research.
Yeah.
Took the buck.
Nice.
All right. Now my face gets to go away for a while.
Well, Joe, you got to roll the auditor die, my dear.
Oh, I do. That is a thing I need to do. And it is going on.
You're gonna re-roll.
I'm gonna re-roll it. It's going on nothing.
Woo!
All right.
All right. So at least got that going for me.
It's taking a break. It's lunch hour here.
So we add up our scores.
Oh yes, thank you.
Hold on.
Right.
1, 2, 3, 0.
Yeah.
I got a point. I got 1 point.
I got 2 points,
0.
y'all. Woohoo!
Oh no.
Cranking on the scoring here. All right.
And Jess is just in the lead.
Look, the goal is to beat Matt. That's my goal. That's pretty much
that's all
my goal.
That's all that's important.
That is all that is important. All right, I'm rolling them up for you, Matt. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. I will say, okay, since you haven't gone into Star Trek, Matt, it's kind of hard to tell you where to start because there's so many good starting points.
There is a lot.
So it's like the question I always ask people is how much time do you want to spend in watching Star Trek?
So that's been I watched the new movies, with
Chris Pine,
the new versions, those folks, and sorry about that. And then I admit my TV watching is pretty low, so I'm always afraid of anything with like 25 episodes a season.
Yeah,
because I just know I'll take so long.
That's
that I tend to be wary of that. So I'd seen that Picard was a bit more of a I think a 10 or 12 season kind of thing, and I've heard that was a pretty good one.
No. So Next Gen is 7 seasons, but the after season Picard is only 3.
Okay, and then not as many episodes theoretically.
Yes.
I think 10 or 12 per.
Yep.
So not a lot.
Yeah, I can do that. That I can handle. I'm gonna take the gray testing die with the $2.
Okay.
I'm gonna actually use that $2 as well as a few other bucks to upgrade.
Nice.
My testing.
Welcome in, Dan. Good to see you.
Hello.
And I'm gonna place it on production. Actually.
Cool. Joe, is this making sense so far?
Oh yeah. The explanation did it perfectly. So after the one question I had, this is pretty straightforward.
You're welcome.
Nailed it.
I'm gonna take the gray speedometer die.
Dang it, Adam! Come on now. I mean, are you sure points are good in this game? Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna play it on.
We're gonna see what happens.
Pretty sure I'm gonna play it on engineering.
Okay.
Which will give me 2 spaces because I've upgraded that action, and that triggers me to take the test drive action, which I have at 1. But that gets me started on that track, so I'm happy about that.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna take the blue speedometer. Sometimes I wanna say speedometer like Menominoff, the Muppets song. It always makes me laugh. Then I'm gonna do.
You see, Matt, the Muppets were a puppet show. Oh
wow! Wow!
The Muppets.
Shade. So much.
I
shade.
Wow! All the shade.
Oh, that was great. That was great.
Oh, too funny.
All right, Phantom.
Okay, I'm gonna take the white sales die and get $3. And then I'm going to spend 7 of those to fully. Oh yeah, hold on. So if I take sales, I can't really upgrade anything, can I? Because I didn't take that die.
You could upgrade sales.
You can upgrade sales because you took the sales.
Okay,
die.
I can upgrade sales.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, I'll spend 5 and upgrade sales because who doesn't like getting $2? 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I'm going to place that in testing and go 2, which gets me another $2. And that gets me a spot on the speedometer. Yay, I'm going to be on the board.
Ben says, would love to see a Muppets reboot of Star Trek Next Generation. Maybe Worf would be the only actor in it. But then to have all the other
Oh my goodness, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. I would love to see that.
And Dan's starting with season 1 of Picard. I am waiting. Okay, I have to support my friend Matt here. I'm waiting for more episodes of Mandalorian season 3 to come out because I feel like I'm just gonna binge it.
Yeah. No, my daughter and I were talking. We haven't watched it because I'm like, I'd rather wait till it's done.
Yes.
Go back and do it all.
Agreed. Because that's what we did with Boba Fett. We waited till it was like all ready, and then we like binged it. So, yeah.
How'd you like it?
Boba Fett? I thought it was fine. I liked how it incorporated some of the characters from some of the other shows. Like I watched like Clone Wars and Rebels and stuff. And now I'm going back and watching Bad Batch. So I'm like getting all the Star Wars content. But I liked it. I thought it was different than the normal like space war, good versus evil. You're kind of figuring out who Boba is, and yeah, I liked it for what it was. Yeah. What did you think, Adam?
Cool.
Yeah.
You liked it more than I did, but it was fun.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take the white speedometer die.
Okay.
And then I used it in testing, in case it matters to folks. And that was my turn.
Dan, which part did you like? Yeah.
Okay, yes, the Mandalorian season 2.1, that part's the part I enjoyed. Once they were like, maybe we should put Grogu back on. And I was like, yes, you should.
Yeah. Fair.
Okay, well, I'm going to take the sales dice, the blue sales dice.
Okay.
And that's going to give me a +1 on driving, which triggers me to get a new engineer.
Nice.
And so I'm throwing that engineer in there.
Get to work.
On the third track. And then I get the sales action. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade the sales action instead of taking it. So that's going to cost me $5.
Now, did you watch Endor, Jess?
Yes. That was intense.
It was awesome.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, I did think Boba Fett was okay. I watched it. I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
I did actually like Obi-Wan Kenobi, that one as well. But I really liked Endor.
I love anything Ewan McGregor does. So
yeah. Oh, I enjoyed it a lot too. Emma and I watched it. And I thought it was really good. But Endor was the best of the class by far, I thought.
Yeah. It was so intense for me. It was intense.
And then I played my dice on production and moved one more space. So
Perfect.
I'm set.
All right. I am going to take production, this last gray die, and that will give me +1 on engineering. So I'm going to do this, which gives me a free production upgrade. What? Then I'm going to take a production action, which now I have 2 ticks on. Ba-ba-da-ba. Then I'm going to place it on production. I'm doing the 3 for everybody. But I'm passing through this part here. I'm passing through. Because I don't have a TPS report and I don't have a crate yet. So that's fine. There we go. Okay.
Wait, there's a mandatory food talk?
Oh, yes.
There is.
There is on stream. So.
Well, this is great.
Matt was chewing on some French fries earlier. What did y'all have for lunch? What did y'all have for lunch, Matt and Adam? Because it's past your lunchtime, or unless you eat late lunch.
I went with the lunch of champions and had a bowl of golden grams.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I went cereal. I went cereal for lunch, which is a strong move on a snow day. So cereal for lunch. I went ahead and had the Golden Grahams.
Nothing wrong with that. Matt, are you
my
just
answer
snacking on
is
fries?
Yeah, my answer is so much worse. I'm trying to, be
Look, I'm not
new.
healthy, man. It's not like I did it for my health.
No, I know. I'm saying I'm trying to be healthy, new me, and I have these like protein things I drink, and I had one of those, and then I chased it with fries because that's what you're supposed to do when you're So.
Did you actually like dunk it in your protein shake?
I did not. I separated the eating processes to mentally move on from.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there you go. Olo has a Pop-Tart for lunch, so she's right there with you, Adam.
There you go.
What flavor of Pop-Tart?
Ooh, yeah.
Matt, what's your favorite flavor of Pop-Tart? Like,
I'm a classic cinnamon guy.
You're going cinnamon, okay?
Ooh, that is a classic.
The brown
I'm a
sugar
strawberry
cinnamon.
fan. Yep, Olo, just with Olo. There you go.
The strawberry is great with the the frosting. I need the frosting on it. I can't go with the frostingless Pop-Tart. That brown sugar is this. Now, cinnamon is old school. I also do not mind the whole like weird chocolate jelly that comes with the chocolate Pop-Tart. I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Jelly.
I know it's not chocolate, but I'm in on it. I like it.
That's awesome. Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
So Gia said she fed her toddler a blueberry muffin while this mama had a chocolate muffin. Parenting win?
Parenting win? Wow.
Absolutely. Don't give your kids chocolate.
Yeah, so if we're...
The spicy ramen carbonara, that stuff's great.
Yes.
That sounds good.
It's great. I'm jealous of that lunch.
Yeah.
So if I'm gonna weigh in on the Pop-Tarts debate, I actually didn't like Pop-Tarts when I was a kid. I only found them later in life. But I am a huge cookies and cream fan. But if you freeze them, they are delightful.
Whoa.
Okay.
Huh.
I have a friend who loves to freeze everything sweet.
I do.
Yeah, seriously, cookies and cream Pop-Tarts frozen, so good, good.
With me.
So, if it's chocolate, it's in the freezer. That's a fact. Like M&Ms, chocolate chips, all cookies, anything chocolate, I like out of the freezer. That's
awesome.
Stone cold fact. Now, I have not done. My daughter, my 17-year-old Lily, loves all the cookies and cream products. Like every single one of them. Big fan. So I'm not sure we've had the Pop-Tarts though. I don't think I've seen those.
Oh.
All right. Well, you all are kind to leave me a wild die as my second action, so that's fantastic.
You're taking the wild then?
I am taking the wild.
All right.
So that gets me a spot on research, which, once my marker decides to work... why are you not working, marker?
Playing the meta game. I was hoping there would be the production left, and I got the production left.
There we go. Okay, so that's that.
That's engineering, buddy.
That gets me. Yeah, that's engineering. Engineering, not production. All right, so so that gets me the research, which gets me a free action, which I'm going to take on the speedometer.
Speedometer. Do.
And then let's see what wild action do I want to do? You know what? Why not? Let's just go speedometer. Wait, you can't do speedometer as a wild, right? It's just one of the other four.
Correct.
Right.
Okay.
You can't just take 3 points, Joe.
I know. All right. Well, I'll take that as testing. So that gets me 2 spots on that track. So that gets me the B tire. And then where do I want to put the die?
Bye, Gameritis. Have a good work day. Happy Friday.
I think I'm going to put the die in... I'm going to put it in engineering. So that gets me another spot on research.
So today, for my lunch, Matt and Adam, I'm going with the other half of my foot-long Subway sandwich. Because apparently, I never realized why I didn't do this for so many years, but if you buy a foot-long, you're technically getting 2 meals for a little less money. Like
technically, yeah.
I guess you could eat it twice or not all at once. That's an option.
I was going to say, or you're getting
one amazing sandwich.
Right.
You couldn't have like the chips and the cookie, like.
Wait. Says who? I know when I go to Subway, I get a foot long, a cookie, and a drink. Like, am I alone here?
No. I would say that it is 75% of this panel has enjoyed a foot long sub with a cookie and chips.
Exactly.
At one thing.
That's awesome.
That is absolutely true.
That was awesome. Oh, that was so funny.
Oh, that's great. That's fantastic.
Oh man. All right, so everybody's good at engineering. Take your engineering as the group die.
Sweet.
We're gonna make Jess's fans think this is a 3-hour game.
Go into engineering.
No.
Get the upgrade.
Fine. I mean, what? We're a third of the way through. It's fine.
Oh no, I meant that in a good way. I was teasing.
Yeah, I mean, they know me. They know I like to chit chat. They know they like to talk, and my rolls are terrible, so sometimes they force me to re-roll things. So
and to be honest, like food talk is just an unwritten rule of board game streams. It just has to be done.
Yeah. Yeah, food talk check. James is making tabs. All right,
yep, there we go. We've done our job.
We completed round 3. Everybody take your speedometer. And now our auditor is going to be on testing.
Ooh, testing. That's rude. All
right, and Mr. Hill is our first player now. Here we go.
That's right.
I'm gonna try to do my best here on rolling for you, Adam. Let's see.
You've done a wonderful job. I can already see.
Let's see here. All right. Subway is now completely tied in with memories of UK Games Expo. The only one I've eaten one up to the train station, but we're heading to the Con Hotel. Aw, hopefully that's a good thing, Ben, and not like, oh, good God, I don't like Subway. I mean, Subway camp not for everyone.
It's like second tier sandwich shop for me.
True. I mean, my husband is slowly liking Jersey Mike's more and more.
Jersey Mike's is good stuff. I enjoy some Jersey Mike's.
That's a top tier sandwich place.
I enjoy that one as well.
But
there's nothing wrong with Subway. It's a perfectly fine quick lunch. No,
perfectly fine quick lunch. Exactly right. Or two lunches if you make the better decision. No, I was kidding.
Yes, or 2 lunches. Or one might say a lunch and a mid-afternoon snack a couple hours later.
Yes.
Possibly as well.
Yes.
Okay, hold on.
Are you reading what Tan is
I'm reading
saying?
what Tan has written, and it's a hybrid of a pancake and an omelet with a ground beef mushroom gravy sauce.
Ooh, so a Jaeger omelet, which is stacked Pfannkuchen, a hybrid of a pancake and an omelet with ground beef mushroom gravy sauce between the layers. First time I did this, I think my mom would have been proud of me as to the first time I did not burn the Pfannkuchen.
Yeah, Tan
and I'm probably butchering that. But that sounds amazing.
He teaches us all of our German foods and words in German that sound so much better in German than our English here in the States. That does sound really good though, Tan.
It does sound amazing.
It went directions I didn't think it was going to go. But
did the gravy throw you off?
It was the ground beef mushroom gravy. Yeah, that not usually involved with the breakfast foods of pancake and omelet. But I'll tell you what, I'd
try it.
100% would try it. 100% would eat. So I'm in.
Yeah.
Pfannkuchen.
Got it, Ben. Got it.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Not many vegetarian options. That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. Yeah. See. Air is egg, and Pfannkuchen
is a pancake. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Learning things every day.
I'm going to take that gray speedometer die.
Dang it, Adam. Come on, man.
That's what I'm talking about. And then I want to play it on...
Yeah.
Production.
Yeah, we're getting close to the 90-minute mark, Matt, and we're not even halfway through the game. I love it.
So we are on track for 3 hours. This is fantastic.
Thanks.
Look, this happens when I play games.
No, this happens when I think all four of us play games, Adam. It's not just a you problem. It's a
it's not. Yeah, it just happens. We have a good time. We shoot the breeze a little bit. Like, it's all good.
But I think what Matt was saying is it's also true when I play games. I'm pretty good at being distracted and not staying on task.
Yeah. Okay. So you all said 45 minutes. I'm assuming that you're saying that per player. Yes.
Per player.
Only today.
Only today.
That's fantastic. Oh, too
all right,
good.
So back to me. Back to me, y'all. I'm going to do... this day is bananas. I'm going to take this gray testing because I need some money. Cash money. And that gives me one tick on engineering. So I'm going to do... Actually, I'm going to do my one tick here on engineering, which gives me another research bubble, which I'm going to take these 2 TPS reports. Da-da-da-da. This is a TPS report here. TPS report here. Now I just have to make sure I get the crate A, and then I'm placing my testing. Place your testing. Where am I going to place my testing? On sales. Let's do that on sales, and I get another buck. All right, Phantom.
All right, I'm going to take the white speedometer die.
Yeah, it's the Twitch effect, Quaid. That's right. You chat, you play games, you shoot the breeze, talk about food, talk about what you're going to do over the weekend.
I'm going to place that on engineering, which gets me a bonus testing movement.
Which one did you take, Joe?
I took the white speedometer die. Because I heard points are good.
You heard that.
That's the rumor.
That's the rumor. All right, Matt, what would you like?
I'm going to take the blue testing die. Okay. I need those TPS reports.
Oh, gift sub. Gift sub from Ray. Thank you so much for that gift sub to Tantarlis. Tan, you're now a subscriber.
Enjoy those emotes.
Enjoy those emotes. Indeedy. Indeedy. Appreciate that. All right, Adam, back to you, sir.
I'm going to take the blue production dice.
Okay. Give yourself some cash money there.
$2. To move up, which gives me another $1. And then that's production that I'm going to upgrade for $5. And then I'm going to put that die on engineering, which is at level 2. And that means that I'm going to move there. And
hi, Eva. Welcome in.
All right. My turn's good.
All right. I'm taking this blue engineering, getting myself another $1. Then I'm going to do the engineering. I'm going to go bam, bam. Reach the top of my engineering track, but I get $2 more, which gives me a speedometer. Speedometer. Do, 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 do. And then I'm going to place an engineering and do this. Then I can buy my new test car if I have the money, right?
You sure can.
You sure can.
Yeah. And then I'm doing this test car here. Do, 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 do. And that's me. All right, Phantom, what would you like?
All right, I'm going to take the gray engineering die because I need the TPS report and the $1.
Let's see.
And then
Canadian Dollarama. Is that like the dollar store, Quaid? Is that like the Canadian equivalent of the dollar store here? Oh, man.
And then with the die, go up 2, which gets me 2 more dollars. Now, where do I want to put the die?
Yes. Oh, man. Like actual, like designer board games at the dollar store? What? I mean, I've heard of board games like arriving at like thrift stores for like super cheap, but at the dollar store,
I think you should be able to find Godspeed there.
Wow. Down force for $5? No. What?
Okay, question. Can I buy a new test car before I get the bonus on the sales track to do it?
You have to have the money in your bank, right?
I have the money.
You have the money. You can buy a test car at any time.
Okay, so I'm gonna buy it. So I'm gonna buy my second test car then. So that's $8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll buy that one because I'm gonna put this engineering die in sales, which gets me $2. And now since I have a second testing car, I get to start my second testing track.
What?
All right, cool.
I'm obviously taking a white testing die, by the way.
What? You don't say.
You don't say. All right, then everyone else gets a testing.
Everyone else gets a testing, which I will gladly take that. Because that gets me a new engineer.
Yay!
Hooray for that.
And then I have this crate. And then I fill in this bubble on production. So I already passed through it. And then I get a speedometer.
Speedometer. Do, 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 do.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's nice. That's nice.
All right. What's our auditor going to be for the next round?
Ooh. Okay. Make sure you tally up your
looking forward to
speedometer
that.
points. That was round 4,
3 points.
everyone.
I got 3 that time.
Y'all.
I got 3. That's not good. Matt's caught up.
Y'all, look at this. Round 2, I got 2 points. Round 3, I got 3 points. Round 4, I got 4 points.
Dang. Looks like Jess knows what she's doing.
Yeah, I was about to say, that sounds like it's adding up to a win.
Adding up very nicely. All right, Auditor is going and testing again.
Again? Wow.
Ew, but I'm first
Rude.
player, y'all. First player. But remember,
little known fact.
You can
little
always...
known fact. Auditor Emma is named after Matt's oldest daughter, Emma. And people who say hateful things to Auditor Emma while playing the solo game are talking about a real person and maybe need to watch their mouths.
Okay, so it's Farmer Edith?
That is Ben's daughter.
Okay. That's too funny. That's too funny. And
there's another game coming that has Cowboy Cooper that is my son. So
yeah.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Yeah.
Just know these are little children you're talking about. And that people are saying hateful things about these auditors and these bots. I'm just remember, these are people with feelings.
Well, blocking testing again is still rude.
Captain, okay, Matt, what was the captain and fleet dice then?
Oh, so Captain Ruth was named after a friend of ours who, and honestly, this is probably our least sentimental reason. She would play fleet dice, like during testing. Like she was part of a group that would test for us.
Yeah.
And her sheets were beautiful. Like she has this ridiculously intricate handwriting.
Okay.
And like she would use colored pens and everything was like, her sheets looked like photographs when she was done.
Wow.
That was the entire reason for naming the captain after her.
That's awesome.
Funny. Yeah. So don't talk crap about kids, y'all.
That's right.
Yeah, Ruth, you can be mean to. She's an adult.
She's an adult. She can handle it.
She's an adult. She can handle it. Oh, look what I just rolled, y'all. Look at all the wilds.
3 wilds. Wow.
Oh, and look at this. Look at all these speedometers here. And who's first player? Oh, it's me. I'm first player.
Gee, I wonder if Jess is going to take a speedometer. I have no idea.
Wow. Look at
I'm excited because mathematically there's a chance I get a speedometer.
Mathematically there is a chance. So yeah, I
have other plans.
The first one. First one. the first speedometer for me. And I'm going to place it in production.
I want to start off pretty early with a Matt, I hate you. But we'll see how it plays out. Okay, I'm putting that on the table like it's I'm putting a quarter on the pool table to call dibs. We'll come back to this moment. I'm just putting a pin in it. When it's Matt's turn, we'll come back to that moment.
Tantaros asked, sorry, I was distracted. Was it mentioned whom Edith from Three Sisters was based on? Yes, it was mentioned. But we can say it again since you missed it.
Ben's daughter. I'm going to put in the chat as well.
And she's a cutie. Oh man, she's a cutie. And people have said awful things about Edith. They should feel bad. And Emma's amazing and just getting dunked on. They're great.
Oh, that's too funny.
All right, is it to me?
It's to you, Phantom.
All right, I am going to take one of the wild dice.
Okay.
So it gets me research, and then I'm going to use that as engineering. So that gets me up there, and then I do have the 2 TPS reports, so that gets me 2 points per every research bonus. And then, where do I want to put the die? I think we're going to put the die in... Actually, we're also going to put that in engineering and get $3. Okay.
I'll be taking that production die in those TPS reports, please.
All right, remember earlier when I said we're going to put a pin in something and come back to it? Now's the time we're coming back to Matt, I hate you. Why are you doing that? Why? Why are you doing that?
Wow.
There's other stuff you should be doing.
Wow.
I needed some reports. It happens.
Yeah, well, so, you know what? You're not the only one who needs reports. All right? You're not the only one who needs reports.
Oh, that is funny.
I'm going to take that sales dice instead, apparently.
Hey, you get some bucks. That's good.
I did get some bucks.
Oh, that's too funny. Oh, that's too funny.
The sales action.
Well, now you know, James. Now you know. James says, Edith is a tough AI, so I named my AI for her and my solo variant of Planted Nature versus Nurture. Nice. I mean, all the solo AIs in all of these games have been super tough. I've played with Farmer Edith. I've played with Captain Ruth. I haven't played solo with Emma yet, but I'm determined to do it because it's gonna be interesting if the trend continues.
Emma is kind of rude. That's
Emma's hateful. Emma's hateful.
She is not kind. But I will say, French Quarter, we took a turn to the soft side and kind of eased up a little bit on that solo mode.
Nice.
So it was more appropriate for the theme and gameplay, I think, to finally stop destroying things like we had in every other game thus far.
Nice. All right, I'm taking one of these blue wilds.
Mayor Carly is very kind.
Yes, Mayor Carly, who's named after my wife, is very, very kind.
Nice. And then I'm going to do an engineering because I don't have enough money. So I'm going to do engineering action. So I'm going to go here and here, and that's letter F. And then I'm going to place in engineering. Yeah, I'll place in engineering and go again on the research, and I have reached. But I need some more TPS reports, y'all.
Well, we all do, but someone's taking them all.
I took all the TPS reports.
Right? And without cover sheets, how dare you, sir?
I know. Hey, y'all got dazzled by those speedometers. I was taking the TPS reports.
Which we clearly didn't. They're still there.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
All right, Phantom.
I am going to take one of those speedometers, though, because they are starting to look attractive. And then I'm going to place that into sales and get $2 and a TPS report.
Nice.
I'm switching flavors, so my next 30 minutes is going to be sponsored by Gatorade Zero's Sour Cherry.
Ooh. See, for me, I'm so old school, Adam. I just go straight lemon lime. Lemon lime or orange.
I started with orange. I think my favorite is the light purple.
Which one
which
is
I realized
like
I just sounded like I realized I just sounded like Homer Simpson, where I was like, "Look, sour cherry, purple." You know, it is a like frost grape or something like that, and I enjoy it.
I'm going to take that wild dye with the light bulb, the blue.
Okay.
And I'm using it as a testing.
Okay.
Anyone, whatever, but I am.
All right. Well, I'm going to take the gray speedometer die.
And Adam, you get twice on speedometer.
I do.
Yeah.
It's going to feel good.
Speedometer for everyone.
Wow, speedometer for all my friends. Cool.
And then I'm going to put that on.
All right, so Tan has an important question. What does TPS report stand for? Toilet paper supplies?
That's a pretty good guess. I'm not sure I actually know what it stands for. So it's actually a reference to a movie. I think we were discussing this kind of offline earlier.
Yeah.
It's a movie called Office Space, which is a movie for, I think, folks around our age group probably had watched when they were first beginning their careers. Many of us, in office type settings, and it was kind of a comedy movie. And the TPS report was sort of one of the things that was a kind of a recurring joke within that movie. So we pulled that reference out of the movie. I'm not sure what it stands for, if anything. It's interesting. I probably have to Google.
I don't believe that they explain it in the show.
Yeah.
All right, so I had to go to the Google machine. A TPS report is a real thing. It's test procedure specification. So it's a quality assurance type report.
Got it.
Perfect.
Okay. Well, that's appropriate for this type of game, too. All right, everybody put down your speedometer points. And finishing round 5.
I got 6.
5 big old points.
I got 6, and I can't manage to show it with my hands because I'm looking at them, and I'm an idiot.
Engineering now for the auditor die.
All right.
Wait, what am I doing?
Engineering for the auditor die, friends. And now it is Phantom's turn.
That changes my plans for this next round, Matt.
It is engineering is blocked.
All right.
What do we got, Joe?
All right. Got a myriad of things.
Okay.
Got some wilds going on. Got some sales. Got some testing.
Okay. Wild.
Got some production. A little bit of engineering and another testing. All right, so it's a pretty good mix of actions, I think.
I need some more speedometers, sir.
There is one. There is a speedometer there. I was kind enough to leave you a speedometer, but I'm kidding. I'm going to take the speedometer.
Hey, Dickman, welcome in.
I am going to put that into testing. And that gets me tire A and a TPS report.
This one's in... Where is this last? Joe, one of your... Is the gray die supposed to be in sales? Or
it's
no?
so one each in testing. The white die is in sales. The gray die is in production. Oh, yeah, that gray die should be up here in engineering.
Oh, okay. So we have white in sales and then gray in production. Okay, thank you.
Is it me now?
I think so.
Yeah, we don't have Jess's handy chart. Sorry, I forgot. I lost track. I'm going to take the engineering die with the TPS report and the dollar.
All right.
But I'm gonna use it to upgrade engineering. I'm gonna use it on testing. I'm good.
I'm going to take the blue testing die.
Okay.
Oh, the TPS reports.
That's right. And then I'm going to upgrade the testing action.
Yeah, it's the lovely stapler. And James, you didn't hear, we are also chatting about this off stream, but the red on the auditor mug, they try to match it similarly to the stapler color in Office Space. So, yeah. I love it. I love all these Easter eggs. It's so fun.
Free action. All right, I'm good. I'm just taking a free action real quick.
Okay,
All right, Jess. What's your pleasure?
I'm taking the wild on the white. So that gives
White
me
wild.
TPS report. And then I'm going to take an action because I don't have enough to upgrade. So I'm going to do a testing action. And then for my die placement, I will place also in testing. So it gives me another engineer, which is perfect because my engineer tracks are a little low. All right. I'm done, Joe.
All right. I'm going to take the blue wild die. So that gets me a research, which gives me a bonus action. And I'm going to do that in engineering, because that gets me a sales upgrade. Okay, so now I need to actually take the action of the die, which I'm gonna... Actually, I'm gonna take that in sales and get $3. 2, 3. And then I'm gonna place that in sales to get another $3, which gets me a certification, and I think I'm just gonna take the straight 5 points.
All right, Matt, back to you.
I'm going to take the gray production die.
All right.
So I took my free tick in engineering, and I place it in production, or I do my production action, which is that, which got me a light bulb, which is a free action, which I'll take in testing. And I'm going to place it on... I'll decide that, Jess. Feel free to move on without me. Or Adam, whoever's next.
All right.
Adam is next.
Give me that white sales die.
Give me that
white sales.
You want all the money.
All those dollars are just feeling great. It gives me a TPS report to fill out, so there's that. And then I'm going to play it on sales, which gets me a certificate, which is going to be the first one that gives me a speedometer tick, and then also lets me take an action at level 3. That action is going to be the production action.
Forgive my dog. She has found her favorite squeaker toy. And she likes to play a little song ditty for me in the afternoon. And she's realized that the harder she chews on it, the different squeak it makes. So she knows how to change the song tone. It's so funny. It's so funny.
That is hilarious.
All right, back to me. I'm going to take this other gray testing for $2. And I am going to use it to upgrade testing. And now I have $5. Oh, now you're bringing it in here. Thank you, my dear. Then I will place in production. And go here. Okay, so now everybody has a testing die.
All right, I'll gladly take it. Because that's going to get me $3.
Oh, Eva says she's excited to get this game in her local game store. It just got released to retail today, right, Adam and Matt?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah, so Eva, check your local game stores. Because it has been released. Today is the day! Oh, actually, I'm doing this TPS over here instead. That's right. There we go. Okay. Everybody write down your speedometer points. And Joe, roll your auditor.
All right, roll my auditor. Let's see if I can get nothing again. Nope, sales.
It's on sales. All right.
All right.
Now we got Matt is our first player again. I'm gonna roll up
all
of our stuff. Yeah, Quaid says, I love this noisy chew toy and I need you and all your friends to know. Yeah, it's exactly what she's thinking. It's exactly right, Quaid. Okay, we got some speedometers happening here, some production, couple in testing in case you need some money, Adam.
I enjoy money.
Some sales in case you need more money, Adam. And a wild here.
That white.
Stop it.
Testing.
Stop it. No,
Take that
you don't need
$2.
it. No. What did you go with?
The gray testing die.
All right.
It's $2.
All right.
Actually, gonna.
Yeah, I'm not.
Adam doesn't sound too impressed with that.
That is the best sound in gaming.
So,
yes, the groans are the best.
Question, Matt, is the retail sales open for US and Canada or just in the US today?
It is full English retail day. So now that doesn't mean that, obviously depends on the store, but stores were able in Canada as well to get copies in advance if they chose to.
Perfect.
So okay, pretty exciting.
Eva's got hers on pre-order, so hopefully it'll come to you
soon.
Perfect.
Excellent.
She enjoyed the others, so she's completing her collection. All right, Adam, what you got?
Right. I'm taking that white sales die again because I am going crazy for these dollars.
I have to ask.
All about the bucks.
Adam, in a previous life, did you ever have one of those corduroy jackets? And I just picture from the 60s and 70s, the car dealership guy with the corduroy jacket and the big cigar.
Previous life, but yeah, still got it.
I still have it. You mean?
Count it. Yeah, I'm in it. I love it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, my go.
Yep. What you gonna do, Jess?
I'm taking the speedometer. I ain't no fool.
All right, taking a speedometer.
Speedometer. And I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go in testing because I could do a sales action. Oh, my level is still 1 though. Dang it. That's okay. That's okay. All right, Phantom.
All right, I'm going to take the white engineering die, so that gets me a research.
Yep.
And then we'll do the engineering, and then I'm also going to place it in engineering to double dip.
Yeah,
Nice.
That hurt a little, Joe.
And that gets me two.
Wait, there's still a wild.
Gets me $2.
There's still a wild.
And then that gets me a production.
Oh, we got sales.
I do, I know, but I want.
There's lots of sales.
There is. Oh golly, I'm gonna do. Oh golly, let's see. If I buy a car, I could do that one. All right, I'm gonna do the wild and take it as engineering.
Okay. Yeah, hopefully next week, Eva. They might just be like stocking it up over the weekend too.
I wanna ask a quick question.
Okay.
I may not be seeing clearly, but it looks like the bottom row, the blue dice, should be on the production space,
you are
not
correct.
on the sales space.
Yeah, that is production.
Nope, you were absolutely right, Adam.
All right. Being right feels pretty good. But not being able to take the dice to get the +1 on the driving does not feel good, because that's the one I was hoping to take. Keep your mouth shut, Hill.
I mean, there's a testing die for you there.
Yeah, I know. I'm picking it. Give me that testing die.
Okay.
All right.
Get your cash.
And then I'm going to also go ahead and put it on testing.
There you go.
Okay. I'm going with the blue production. Getting my $2.
Get those bucks.
And that gives me a +1 on testing. Which I'm going to go right here, and it gets me $3 more. Yes. $3 more. Then I'm going to do the production action, which I got on 2. So I'm going to do this. This gives me another $1 and a TPS report and a research. Holy smokes. Which then this research gives me another engineer. Oh my good gravy. Good gravy. Then I get this TPS report.
It's all happening.
It's all coming up, Millhouse. And then I'm going to place in production. Yes, because then I'm going to go this way. Hopefully do an upgrade of my choice later on. Got it. Woo! That's a big old combo, y'all. Okay. Phantom.
All right, gotta take that speedometer.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna put that in testing, which gets me $3 and 5 points.
Everybody does some sales.
And everybody does some sales, so get another $3.
Dang. Very nice, Joe. Very nice.
All right. And what is our kind auditor going to do to us this next round?
What's our kind auditor going to do this time? It's testing.
Testing. Okay. Good thing I just finished my second testing track, because now I don't care.
All right. We're rotating over to Adam. Make sure you put down your... This is the final round, yes?
This is the round.
This is
round
it.
8.
This is for the whole enchilada. All right.
Enchiladas sound good.
Enchiladas do sound good.
Does sound good.
Always.
Okay.
Right. I suppose that time they sounded bad, which was never.
Right.
Yeah. When I'm enchiladas.
Although I can tell you the plan for dinner is sushi.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, my son called the shots today. I was like, where are we going to dinner? And he said, I want sushi. And so we're going to sushi.
Nice. Now, Adam, do you all do the conveyor belt sushi, just like grabbing the plates?
We're in Michigan, and so the answer is no. We have a couple amazing sushi places. We really do.
Kroger.
Kroger. Oh wow.
No, not grocery store sushi. We have good sushi places, but we do not yet have, as far as I'm aware, the whole conveyor belt system. And that would be very dangerous.
Okay.
Like, I would just hand them my card and be like, just start a tab. And it would be a little dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah. I have to not go to the conveyor belt ones because you're like, oh, it's fine. It's fine. There's only like 2 pieces on this plate. Yeah. It's a problem. But that sounds really good. And Kasate just came on. Why did I turn on the sound? I heard enchiladas and now I'm hungry. Missing Tex-Mex. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Welcome in, Kasate. Good to see ya. Haven't had sushi in so long. All you can eat. Wait, so there's no all you can eat sushi in Michigan? Ask Eva.
I think there's one place that I know of, and it's I haven't been there in years.
Okay.
But
I've never
not
found
very
it.
much. Yeah,
I've
not
never
very much
found
of it.
Ooh.
That place, I would put a hurting on that place. Okay, they wouldn't know what hit them.
They
would not make money on me.
Despite modern logistics, it takes a long time for fish to get to Michigan, as it turns out. The ocean fish. Well,
many lakes.
Look,
not a lot of
there are
trout-based
several
sushi.
that are not just good; they're great.
Okay. Okay. All right, start with you, Adam. What would you like?
Yeah, I know. I'm deciding where we're going, and it's gonna be. I can't get away from that sales. I just love all the money. So that white sales die is where we're going.
All right.
All right. So that means I get to do this. Which gives me 2 of those. And then I get to place that, and it's going to be placed in Think Through It Hill. Production. Okay, I'm good.
Okay. I'm gonna do this gray production die. So it gives me 1 in engineering. Which will give me $1 because dollars are fun. And then
That's the truth.
I'm going to place in, what do I got? 1, 2, 6. I'm going to place in sales so I get another $1. And yeah, and that's all. Oh, and I do my production. I forgot. I could do production action. Duh. Do this, and then I do an upgrade of my choice. Yes, sweetheart. Yes. I hear you. We hear you.
Espy's happy over there.
My goodness. She squeezes the squeaky toy and then she finds ways to destroy it. So that's what the silence is in between. It's the eerie silence in between. So I'm gonna do sales here for my 5. All right, back to you, Phantom.
All right, I'm gonna take the engineering die. So that gets me a research. And then 2 on the engineering, which gets me a TPS report that I don't really need, but I'll take anyway. And then I also need to double dip on the engineering, because that's going to complete a track, get me a certification, and let's upgrade them endgame money points.
Okay, which one did you take, Joe?
The white engineering die.
Okay. All right, Matt.
Well, I desperately needed that last TPS report, so I will take the wild white die, which I'm going to use as production. I get that TPS report. 1,
Yeah, that's very true, friends. And also, I mean, there's some good tempura at sushi places too, so you can get some good tempura stuff.
I'll take the blue wild die.
Yep. With your research?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to take this gray testing for $2, which gives me a certificate, which I will do here for 2 for every unspent $2. I would like very much. Thank you, Indeedy. And then I'm going to do that testing action, but I'm only going to do it here, so that's only there. Then I'm going to place in engineering. And I'm going to do this and this. We'll get one more on research. All right, Phantom.
All right. Let's see. What do I want to do here? I need things and stuff and things.
Yep.
I think what I'm gonna do, I'll take the speedometer. Take the speedometer, and we're gonna place that in place it in sales. Get that money.
Okay. Matt, what's your last die gonna be?
Take that blue test car.
Okay. Everybody's getting sales. Puppy. Oh, this toy is going to be totally destroyed by the end of the stream. Guess I'm going to the pet store this weekend. All right, everybody takes your sales actions.
All right, sales for all my friends.
And so, Matt and Adam, if you're in between 2 numbers, you just get the lower, correct? On the speedometer?
That's correct.
Okay. All right, so add up your speedometer points there, friends. And for round 8, and then every star that you have on the 4 departments, you add those up. So I got 5 in testing. Sales, I got, that's here, for 1 point for every 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 4 there.
15 and 6 is 21. Nothing from
production.
There.
I've got 4. 4 there.
6 there.
And then engineering. I did not complete this one, but I did complete this one. So 2 for. So on this engineering octagon here, this says 2 for every production. Is that the completed hubs or hubs you reached?
Correct. Any hub that you reached and completed.
And completed. Got it. Okay, so that's 2 there. So that will be 4 points there. Okay. Cool. All right. Adding up. Math is a wonderful thing. Okay. 12. 15.
All right, I'm proud of myself.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Math.
Just beat Matt. Just beat Matt. Just beat Matt. Just beat Matt. Just beat Matt.
think that's right. I think. I gotta double check my math though. I gotta double check my math. Yeah. Yeah, exactly right, Eva. It should be indestructible toys for puppies, but those don't exist. They tell you that at the pet store, but those don't exist.
No, they are lying to you.
Matt, I think I could have set records if I had gotten a second certificate.
Oh,
if I'd gotten the unspent dollars, I think I would have set a record.
I did not set a record. So, well, I scored a gentleman's 68.
Yes!
I scored a nice 69.
Nice.
I also scored a nice 69.
Nice. I got 54. Very nice.
I can't tell you how happy I am to have beaten Matt by 1 point. It makes it better than beating him by like 8.
I'm recounting.
Oh, get the recount.
Yep.
If your number changes, so help me.
No, I'm good. I got it right. I'm good at math.
So what's the tiebreaker?
Let's see.
That's a
Do we have a
great
tiebreaker
question.
in this one, or is it the shared victory?
It's just shared victory. Yeah, I just found it. Just shared victory.
Yeah.
All right. Well done. Well done. But you know what? We couldn't have asked to end on a better number.
That's right.
69 for everyone.
69.
Funny. So, Joe, what do you think? Your first full game?
Very, very good. I really enjoyed it. Very, very chainy. I found this actually a lot more chainy than Three Sisters, which I do enjoy, but I think this has got a lot more chaining in it, and I think almost as much as Fleet the Dice game. Like the two, as far as chaining, really comparable. So I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Very cool. Yeah, Gus says Ford and Chevy are both equally great.
That's awesome.
We're talking cars. Yeah. Very cool. So, Adam and Matt, what's coming up next from Motor City Gameworks? Where can folks find all the fun stuff?
Yeah, so our next game will be Loaded Roll and Write number 4, which is French Quarter, which we were beginning to tease a little bit last night on Twitter, and we talked a little bit earlier in the stream on that one. So watch out for that. Like I said, probably it'll kickstart in late April, early May. We gotta get the copies together and get everything moving on that. But it's Motor City, I think, will probably be our complexity peak, not in a good or bad way. It's just this game certainly, it gets your brain working, gets those chains going, it rewards both tactical and strategic play, and that's fantastic, which is why we love the design, but we definitely aren't going to keep going up. I think we determined that maybe this is kind of where we level off the complexity, and then French Quarter takes a step down in complexity, but still has the combos, still has the bonuses and the powers, and it's got a nice spatial puzzle as well. So, and thematically, you're visiting, New Orleans. You're down there for a fun weekend, and you're seeing all the second line parades and visiting Bourbon Street and all the different cool things you do in New Orleans. So, and as Adam did reference earlier, it is a flip and roll and write. So there's a card section as well as the dice.
That's awesome.
I also need you guys to make a game that's called Flip and Fill, where it's a card deck, but it's based on 2 characters named Flip and Phil that are working through the game.
That would be awesome.
Hilarious.
So, but yeah, that's what's coming up. We're getting that ready. It's obviously, if you follow Adam or I on Twitter, that's an easy way to follow. MotorCityGameworks.com has our data, and it's coming along.
Very cool.
It is. And we're getting excited because we're about to head out to Baltimore here in a couple of weeks for the Unpub convention.
Nice.
Oh, fun.
Which is unpublished games. And so if you want to see some of our stuff that's kind of not quite got the final polish on it, that are not yet published and that we're working on, if you're going to be in the Baltimore area, you can certainly come and play some of those games. It should be fun.
Awesome. Very cool. And Joe, what do you got coming up?
Got one more stream left for the week at 4:30 p.m. Pacific. Abby and I are going to be playing Consumption Food and Choices from Colossal Games, completing our Women Created Games Week.
That's awesome.
Nice.
That's very cool. Yeah. Oh, Eva has an important question. They ask, is there a beignet element for French Quarter where you can do something to not be covered in powdered sugar?
There is, okay, you can go to where you get a beignet. There is the Beignet Cafe, shows up in French Quarter, but we didn't want to make it too authentic because otherwise covered in it. Just recently took a trip to New Orleans. I've never had more powdered sugar on me. Like it looked like I was trying to get powdered sugar on me.
That's funny.
Wow.
That's too funny. Tan's putting some fun facts about German automotives in chat. Eva asked, Adam, did you wear black?
Of course I did, Eva. That's precisely. I was wearing a black T-shirt, and yes, I mean it was comedic. Like people were pointing, like there were folks that didn't know me, and it was a moment. But you know, I was in on those beignets though.
That's too funny. Too funny. Oh, yeah. She says, I've warned people about that and no one listens. Well, there we go. Oh, man. Too funny. All right.
Yeah, I don't know if you can keep your goth cred eating beignets. That's a good point, Eva. I don't think...
Probably not.
You sure can. You sure can. I'm in for it. I love it.
All right, friends. Well, this is the wrap up for me for this week. So tune in next week. All my information is going to be on Instagram. Probably going to postpone Community Connections next Monday just to give us a break. I think the three of us have decided, like, yeah, streaming every Monday might be great, but we won't have guests all the time. So
plus I won't even be home, so that's another reason.
Won't even be home, and Abby's still in recovery, so it's okay. Yeah. It's okay. Y'all still will be around. There's plenty to stream on Monday evenings. So tune in to my channel next Wednesday and Friday. All the times and things are on my socials at Jess_CCG. But for right now, let's send you all over to Check Games Edition. They're currently playing a game of code names, but they're calling it Chaos Names, where the chat
Chaos Names is so fun.
Can send in the words to play on code names. It is quite hilarious. Ray has invited some wonderful guests in the chat to play along, so tune into that, friends. Yes, this has been so wonderful. Yes, no Phantom Lipton next week. He's going to be on vacation. He's going to be out of the
even
state.
He needs a break.
Even he needs a break. But Adam, Matt, this has been fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you both for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
It was a lot of fun.
So fun. Yeah, agreed. So yeah, stick around, friends, for the raid. If you are a subscriber to my channel, please be sure to put in your raid emotes there into the chat. Otherwise, stay safe, enjoy your board games, have a fun weekend, and we'll catch y'all on the next stream. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.